I'm Kishwar. I'm 38 years old. I'm a mum of two, and I'm from Oakleigh, Melbourne, Victoria. Was that too much information?
I've never done anything like this before. I've only cooked for my family at home, and my family really love my food. So for me, it's a very, very personal thing. Coming here and cooking Bangladeshi food on this platform is very daunting. And I really hope that I can get my family been wanting to put Bangladeshi food on the Australian food map. But something's always held me back. I can't imagine being away from my children. On a very, very deep note, yeah, I feel guilty. It's this mum guilt that I have that the whole world would fall apart if I left. I feel very selfish pursuing this dream, but they're so supportive, and I know this means a lot to them, and they encourage me, and they really have my back. I am doing this for my children.
Kishwar, lovely to meet you.
My ultimate food dream is to write a cookbook with Bangladeshi food and Bangladeshi flavors. If I don't do that for Mika and Serafina, it's going to end with me. And I really want to pass that down. Sorry, Mel. I'm so sorry.
It's a really beautiful dream.
It's a very small dream.
But also perhaps large as well, I think. Would you please tell me about this dish?
Sardines and a beetroot and blood orange. We call it a bharta. And I have a green mango broth.
I'm really, really excited.
It's one of the most delicious things that I've eaten this year, and I want to see more of it. It's a yes for me.
Where have you been? Like, seriously?
Just at home.
It's a yes for me.
Thanks, Andy.
Kishwar, this is testament to the fact that simple food, you have nowhere to hide with it, and it can be the best and most triumphant in the world. All the elements on the dish were perfect. So I can give you this. We are so excited to see where you go.
Thank you. Thanks, Melissa. Thanks, Andy. I'm so humbled. Thank you so much.
Go call your family, get out of here, congratulations, you're into the top 24.
What a dish.
What a lady too. Man.
I just went and met the judges. They're really amazing. Oh, they gave me this. I'm just a home cook, and I don't understand how to make things look as good as they should look when you're eating
Fenugreek,
it.
you know, it has that bitter edge to it, especially when you cook it out. Pairing it with something like pumpkin,
I hope this
really
doesn't send me
smart.
home.
I'm just hoping that if the flavours are there, it might be
It was sour, it was slightly sweet. Thought it was pretty much
My
faultless.
tomato broth is developing flavour, my basil pesto is fresh and vibrant, and my ricotta is smooth and creamy. My pasta has rested in the fridge, it's got a beautiful consistency to it, and I start rolling it out.
That was beautiful, Kish. Thank you.
I'm pretty stoked that I'm here in the MasterChef kitchen, serving the judges something that I actually do at home with my children.
I learned to cook at home from my mum and my grandmother, literally watching over my shoulders and correcting everything. And the food that I put up now is from years, from the way my ancestors have eaten before me. And then for me, I have to impart that to my children. And I love her because she sheds a light on that, and she brings so much respect and attention to food that we call home food. But that's years of training to get it to what it is. And thank you so much for doing that.
You have to teach me.
And then flour. To have a professional chef come over to my bench to ask me to show him how to do something, that's pretty cool.
So more and more rounds?
Yeah, look.
Okay, yeah.
Enough.
You made these a few times before?
Just
I think that people that might think a curry is a curry is a curry have not tasted a curry that has been mastered.
There is just so much flavour in there. The use of the oxtail was genius.
The caramelisation of the spices at the beginning. I was watching Kishwar do it on the stove. Very, very carefully tending to those spices and taking them right to the edge. And as far as a dish goes, it's a mic drop.
One pot, one pan dinner for three.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I have smoked eggplant and niramish, which is like a Bengali vegetable medley. And then I have khichdi and pan-fried fish. Simple food like this is something that I would cook for my family. It sort of hit me like a freight train that I haven't cooked for my kids in a long time. So I'm sorry.
That's okay. It works so well because the eggplant is offensively packed with flavour. When you have a little bit of that with the khichdi, it's amazing. When you have a little bit of that with baked pumpkin, it's delicious. You're an amazing cook, and I wish I was one of your kids.
I'm obsessed with the eggplant, the mustard oil, the smokiness of the chili, the smokiness of the eggplant. It's a very, very special dish.
For me, the standout was that kidgery. It is just so well done. And the fish was beautifully smothered in that dry rub, a good amount of colour on the skin. And then I think you have 3 new children, you know?
Thank you. Thanks, kids.
Yes,
Thanks, children. Thanks, Andy.
Well done, Kishwar.
Thank you.
3 extra kids I'm taking over dinner. Yeah, I'm feeling really happy. I'm going to need a bigger car, I have my money shot. It almost looks like a fish jumping out of the water, and I can't wait to recreate this on the plate.
Fish ceviche. It has pickled rainbow vegetables with an angry red jam. The photo that I took there was quite abstract, so because the photo was so abstract, I tried to convert that into the plate today.
The photo is doozy. Congratulations, first of all, on achieving that. And then I love the dish. I really did love the dish. And I have to congratulate you for pushing yourself so far out of your comfort zone, because even just then with the sigh of relief, I know how much that you want to succeed in this because it's not your usual thing.
It's subtle, it's elegant, it's restrained. You always give us highly considered food, and this is another perspective on that.
Stunning, both the picture and the plate of food. It is a side to your cooking that you've revealed that I actually want to see more of. Well done.
Thank you so much. I'm okay. I want to make this work really bad. I really want to make this work.
You have got this, I promise you.
Yeah.
I'm actually really, really excited.
Yeah.
I'm super excited.
Okay, let's do this.
Let's do this.
Yep.
Come on, Kishwar.
Let's go, Kishwar.
A lot of people have really stepped up and stepped in to take my place for me to be here to do this. To honour that, I need to dig my heels in very, very deep and do my best to make sure that I make everyone proud.
You just, I'm worried from a time perspective.
Yeah, me too.
I know you do.
No.
Just take a second, step up a gear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And get to the end, all right?
Okay,
You do it.
thanks, guys.
Good luck.
Go on, Keshi. Keep pushing, mate.
I am settling my nerves and telling myself that I will
Today
do
I've
this.
cooked you goat rosella with burrata.
Everyone in here is on their own journey, but I think yours is very much different.
Being in here has really, really unleashed for me a whole new side, knowing what my heritage has already taught me, what my parents and grandparents have taught me, and I'm determined to do this in this kitchen and outside this kitchen. It would be absolutely devastating if this is where my journey ends, because I don't want to leave until you try some of my Bengali sweets.
All right. Shall we test it?
Yes, please.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Kishwar.
Thank you. It is a powerful plate of food.
Yeah.
It is super rich, like unbelievably rich, but offset by those quite floral and sweet spices, cinnamon, cardamom, and then also just keeping the ginger quite chunky.
Yeah.
You know, so you get that, and then that just lightens everything up as well, and gives it a little bit of heat. And then you talk about the goat, perfectly cooked, and just to present it with the rib bones sticking out like that, because that's the way that it was cooked. That's what I want in here.
What's in the bowl is magic. And you can only get that with that level of experience. We're getting closer and closer and closer, you know, towards the end. And it seems to me that that experience is guiding it towards the finals. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see more and more and more amazing dishes coming out.
Curry itself, really lovely and tender.
The dry potato curry, flavour overall with the sambal when you mix it in was really good. Great
Paprika,
tasting.
smoked paprika, pepper, bay, cardamom, cumin, coriander. So it's quite a complex spice mix, but it adds a beautiful Middle Eastern flavour to it.
Oh, look at that. That's the money shot right there. It looks gelatinous as it should. That makes me very happy.
You know, the texture of those beef cheeks is amazing.
Yeah.
But the flavour of the sauce
I mean,
is epic.
beautiful depth of flavour. The ras al hanout is really coming through.
I really cut myself bad.
Oh, no.
I've chopped through the top of my finger, and there is just blood everywhere.
You've got this ability to temper curries and put spices in a proportion that is just epic. There is no other way to describe it. It is always immaculately done. It is level expert, nothing short.
The sauce was probably one of the best you brought us. Like, honestly, where did you say it was? The
Rangamati on the hill tracks
tracks.
of Bangladesh.
Bring me the hill tracks, please, because that thing was incredible.
I love this sweet spot in Bengali cuisine where you're keeping these sour, bright flavours, but then there's also this tropical funk going on there as well, where the flavour profile starts to change. Beautiful execution, everything about the dish is fantastic.
Today I've made you a winter melon and prawn soup, a sardine curry and dal bhat.
Tell me, having your kids being proud of you is one thing. I think having your mother being proud of you, it's another thing altogether, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially, I have a particularly stoic mum. And for her to get in front of that camera and say that she's proud of me just pretty much cracked me open a little bit. This is something that she really specializes in.
I've poured my heart onto this plate and I am very nervous. I want to make my mum proud. It's everything that she's bought me and this is our food. So this is such a huge moment for me.
Kishwar. Thank you. Just delicious. It's so delicious and so well balanced. Your tempering just is extraordinary. Chefs kind of work most of their careers trying to do stuff like that, honestly. And you're doing it in 75 minutes. Stop it. Seriously, that's incredible. I hope your mum's watching us tonight, and I hope she's emotional as all of us are eating this. Congratulations, well done. It is absolutely delicious.
Thank you so much, Jock. That just means the most to me because, yeah, I cook for my mum, so thank you.
I mean, I'd forgotten how much I love winter melon because it's very highly valued in my family cuisine as well. And the prawn oil, all of the flavour of the head, it's in that broth. It gives it a really deep foundation in which to build this really gentle but extraordinary soup. It is bombastic, it's bright, it's sour, it's hot, and your ability to tease all of that out and balance everything so beautifully is just extraordinary.
Oh, thank you so much, Mel.
I'm crossing everything that you open up a restaurant because I'll be there multiple times a week.
Me too.
Yep. Thank you, Kishwar.
Thank you so much.
That is awesome.
Chicken kaswa is the one that we eat the most.
And then we've got condiments, we've got lime.
Salted peanuts, chilies in soy sauce, and some fresh herbs.
Kishwar, I can't believe that that's street food because it is so luxury. Everything is dialed. From the cook of the chicken to the absolute crazy amount of flavour. It is so perfect. So perfect.
I don't know what you would do with longer amounts of time because I don't know if I could handle any more flavour than that. All of the garnishes add something that was incredible.
Thank you, Mel.
We're not giving out scores, but if I was to give out a score, that'd be an 11 out of 10.
Oh,
It is unbelievable. The finesse that you show when you cook, even take out, is phenomenal, Kishwar. It's unbelievable. Well done.
thank you. Come to my house anytime.
I'll take you up on that.
I feel absolutely elated, like an 11 out of 10 from Jock.
Being here,
That's
cooking these ingredients. I haven't worked with a lot of native ingredients. It took me coming here onto MasterChef and then coming to Central Australia to really see these ingredients and incorporate it into my style of food.
Today, I'm so inspired by all these beautiful native ingredients. These are ingredients that I want to incorporate into my Bangladeshi food and create a new type of cuisine.
Australian Bengali Haryali chicken, wattle seed naan, and a bush tomato and kondong chutney.
Beautiful. Sounds fantastic. You've got a 1 in 4 chance of going home today. How are you feeling about that?
I'd feel really, really upset if I went home today. I would really miss you guys. I've never used native ingredients in my food, and if today I go home, I'll be so happy that I came on this journey on MasterChef and I came here and I got to come to the centre and just be here today in this moment and at least learn this, because in that cookbook that I want to pass down to my children, yes, it is the cuisine of my parents who came here from Bangladesh, but also for me to incorporate what is Australian and to pass that down.
Oh, God, you're making me all emotional.
It's true. How could you not be inspired by this? This is my biggest takeaway here coming onto MasterChef, to be Australian as well. Sorry.
No, it's absolutely beautiful, Kishwar, and it's clear to me by your passion and your tears that today you don't want to go home. So thank you, Kishwar. We'll taste it now.
Thank you. She's really done all the ingredients justice and let them all stand out, but they all just seem to fit in on that plate. And it just really is, to me, a taste of the desert.
Yeah,
I love
so
it.
good to hear.
I love it.
This food is confident. You look at the bread, it is buttery, it's flaky. The seeds lend a beautiful nuttiness. And then there's haryali chicken, beautifully succulent, beautifully seasoned. And the whole plate of food just deserves to be here amongst all of this. I mean, how great is that?
It was just a triumphant dish, I've got to say. The chutney was like a bejeweled jewellery box of chutney. You have a mouthful of the flatbread with some of the chutney on top, some of the chicken with the smoke, and all of a sudden, bang! All those three things. Get out of here.
That one's going in the book, isn't it? It's just all added up to a full-on celebration of Indigenous ingredients, and with a homage to where she's come from and Bengali cuisine in terms of the chicken and the flatbread. It's got everything about it going on. She's done a fantastic job.
What a start.
And I always pray for you that you win the game. Go Kishwar! Seeing Mika, Serafina and my mum just makes me realize why I'm doing this and why I'm here, and I just want to cook to make them
Kishwar,
proud.
Ruby curry.
Rubies are all about passion. It takes me back to a time in the UK. That was the last time that I was passionate and chasing my dreams, and I was young, and I left London because I fell pregnant. So since then I've been mum, and this is the first time since being just mum that I've come and I've done this again.
Absolute perfection in a bowl. The pomegranate versus the smoky chicken versus the rich tomato base with all of the million spices that you have in there. Oh man, you can't beat that.
My goodness, you know, this could be the crown jewel of the curries that we've consumed from you so far. It's vibrant, it's rich, it's exciting. The smokiness just adds this lovely, rich depth to the chicken. Everything is just singing.
Thank you, Mel.
When you said you were cooking this, that got me thinking, I wonder how Kishwar's version of ruby chicken is going to stack up with my memory.
Yeah.
Your version has all the flavours, but 10x the clarity. The rice was fantastic. I now have a new nostalgic memory. That is a dish that I'll remember for a long time.
Thank you.
I've made my green water, but service has been called and I'm not ready to go. I am just starting to slice my kingfish portions. This is the worst possible scenario.
Come on, Kish, you need to get a wriggle on.
Get it on the plate, Kish, come on.
Right now, I feel like my chances of getting into the grand finale is really slipping through my fingers.
I don't know if I'm going to pull through.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Enjoy.
thank you. Wow, look at this. All right, dessert from Kishwar. After dinner mint. I mean, it looks like a party on food. I love this. I mean, it feels romantic, you know, the beetle leaf being heart-shaped, you know, all of the beautiful candied fennel on top. You can see all of the textures. I mean, it looks great.
Shall we?
Yeah.
That was an exciting dessert. It was riot. It was a riot. It was. I mean, it was a jumble sale of flavours in the best possible way, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So you had a crunch from the beetle leaf, and then you had this chewiness from the dates, and then you had the toasty coconut flavour, and then you had the richness of the ice cream, but then you had the mugwas on top, candied fennel seeds, like the aroma went, you know, down the back of your throat and up your nose while you were eating it.
Like an after dinner mint.
Yeah, needless to say, I loved that.
I mean, wasn't that just a love letter to Bangladesh?
Oh yeah.
You know, I'm smiling ear to ear for good reason. Not only was it meaningful, but it was delicious, you know. And just like the name, After Dinner Mint, I feel like my palate has been soothed and refreshed, and I feel happy. And I think that's what a great dessert does, is it just cleans out the palate and makes you feel like the meal is complete.
Yeah. It was unbelievable, and it's not familiar food, I think, to any of us, a familiar dessert. And I think that's why it's so clever for Kishwar to pull this out on a day like today. We wanted food that spoke of her, and she has to be commended. There wasn't much that could have been better on that whole menu.
If there was a couple of them on the plate.
Well, you stuffed it in one bite. So.
One of you cooked the best entree, the best main, and the best dessert.
Oh my gosh.
And that person was... Congratulations, Kishwar. You are going to join Pete in the grand finale. Kishwar, how does that feel?
Oh, absolutely amazing. Like, this was such an amazing cook, and I was really proud of the food I put out there. Just because of the journey I've taken in here. Thank you so much.
Brilliant job.
Thank you.